What's up, everyone? Welcome to Yours Avenue. My name is Darren, and today we're going to be talking about Spider-Man Far From Home first reactions. And I know these reactions came out a couple days ago, but I want to do these now just because I recently read them, and oh my god, I am so excited, even more excited to watch this movie. So let's just go over these Twitter reactions real quick, and let's just talk about it after. Alright, so the first tweet is coming from Kate Erblin. She says, Spider-Man Far From Home is wonderful. It's funny and clever and filled with smart twists. It also made me have incredibly visceral memories of my class trips of yore. I didn't leave the theater sad. I'm not worried about superhero emotional states. Zendaya. Alright, this person's obviously excited about Zendaya. The next one comes from Kara Warner. She says, what a fun, solid sequel. Tom Holland is so incredibly charming. We'll watch him in all things. Jake Gyllenhaal gets way more to do than expected. Clearly had a ball doing it. Also still loving Zendaya's MJ. Wow, okay, so shout out to Jake Gyllenhaal. I'm very excited to see him. And the next one comes from Angie J. Han. She tweets, Spider-Man Far From Home is the coda we needed after Endgame, a glimpse of how the world looks now that the dust has settled. Could maybe have gone a bit harder on Peter's emotional arc, but bursting with warmth and humor and awkward teen romance. Also, Jake Gyllenhaal equals perfect casting. All right, another shout out to Jake G. The next one comes from Mike Ryan. He says, absolutely love Spider-Man Far From Home. I'm a huge Mysterio fan and Gyllenhaal nails him. Also, the movie is very clever and funny how it handles the fallout post Endgame in explaining how this world works now. Alright, so Jake Gyllenhaal definitely nails Mysterio, so this kind of makes me wonder, or I guess almost confirms that Mysterio is not what the trailer set him out to be. And also, I'm happy they're gonna touch on the emotional state of everyone post Endgame. So I'm excited to see that, how everyone deals with the loss of the 5 years. All right, the next one comes from Edward Douglas. He tweets, I really like Spider-Man Far From Home for reasons you can read in my review next week, but I'm convinced that Tom Holland Spider-Man can carry the MCU post Downey and Evans. Whomever hired him and J.N. Watts, I think that's whoever this tweet is, should get a nice raise. Who is this? John Watts. Sorry. Anyways, so the next one comes from Brian Truitt. He tweets, didn't love Spider-Man Far From Home as much as Homecoming, but still a rad take on bearing the weight of great expectations and a fun ode to teen romance. Tom Holland continues to be amazing. Zendaya's MJ is just as cool as Shuri, and Jake G's an inspired choice for Mysterio. Alright, so this guy didn't love Spider-Man Far From Home as much as Homecoming, so that's I guess the first somewhat negative thing, reaction about this movie so far. Steve Weintraub from Collider, this is Frosty, he says, absolutely love Spider-Man Far From Home. It captures the spirit of comics and mixes in some amazing movie magic. The second the film ended, I wanted to watch it again. Jake Gyllenhaal is fantastic as Mysterio. All right, well, a lot of props to Jake G. And Brandon Davis, he tweets, Spider-Man Far From Home is an absolutely home run. It's so much fun. It's huge in itself and for the future of the MCU in the most surprising ways. Tom Holland, Jake Gyllenhaal, just a lethal, awesome combo. Cannot wait to see this movie again and again. The next one comes from Eric Davis. He says, Spider-Man Far From Home is funny, exciting, romantic, goofy, and follows Homecoming in being this brilliant ground level look at Spidey's world and how the events of Avengers Endgame impacted everyday life. Lots of twists and turns, plus some adorable summer romance too. I'm a big fan. Alright, so a lot of positive things. Let's go with Matt Singer. He says, Spider-Man Far From Home had a difficult task of following two epic Avengers movie and Spider-Verse, and succeeds by telling a smaller classical story about Peter Parker's caught between what he wants and what responsibility demands. Pure cat spider nip for Spidey fans like me. Yeah, that is very true. I mean, this guy had a crazy follow-up after like 2 major movies in film, and yeah, apparently this guy thinks he nails it. All right, let's go down a bit. Oh, here's a good one. Kevin McCarthy, he tweets, Far From Home has dethroned Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2 and is now my favorite Spider-Man film. What's insane is that I can't even tell you why I'm so in love with this film because it would be a spoiler. Gyllenhaal is incredible. Holland reconfirms as the best Spidey to date. Amazing. Wow. Okay, so this guy thinks. I mean, a lot of people would say that Homecoming is the best Spider-Man movie ever. But yeah, I guess this guy's favorite Spider-Man movie was Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire, and I could kind of agree. I think Spider-Man 2 was my favorite Spider-Man movie before Homecoming, and then I guess yeah, that's what's up. All right, let's go with the last one. So the last one comes from Maud Garrett. She says, Spider-Man Far From Home is such a good movie. Jake Gyllenhaal suits up and completely embraces his role in its entirety, and he's clearly having a blast. This is such a refreshing after the heaviness of Endgame. The post-credit scenes are a must-watch and will blow your dang mind. Wow. Okay, so I am very excited for this movie. After hearing these reactions, I've heard that there's a lot of things that are very unexpected in this movie that we would never have thought would come about in a Spider-Man movie that's going to be in this movie. So my thoughts could be like maybe they're going to be introducing different dimension, different. Obviously, we've heard different universes from the trailers. That could possibly be true, and so maybe Spider-Man goes into another multiverse, maybe go into Tom Hardy's universe, and that's where they meet up. Who knows? And maybe this could be a somewhat introduction of Miles Morales, because we know in the comics Miles Morales is from a different universe from the original Spider-Man. So I mean, anything can happen. I'm very excited to hear, I'm very excited to watch this movie after hearing these reactions. So I want to know your guys' thoughts on these first reaction of Spider-Man Far From Home. I haven't bought my ticket yet. I want to know if you guys did, and what is your take on these reactions. Let me know in the comments below. Like this video, and I'll see you guys again. Bye.